It's like, it reminds me when we're, we're learning. We
we're
want to
live.
go back to this. It's like,
Hey, we have a little blooper. Hi, we're live right now. I have the pleasure of talking to Caryna Bowman. And who she is she has a doctorate in spiritual science. Like I'm just curious on what that is. She's she has been mentored by the Bloodline Sufi Master for over 3 decades. And she's also a Reiki Master Teacher. Now, she's going to be talking at the Thrive in Business and Prosper in Life Summit from October 16th to 22nd. And her talk title is 3 Fundamental Key Phases of Transformational Energy Acceleration. And that will be October 19th at 11:30 a.m. PST time. Welcome, Caryna. You have so much accolades, and I just can't pronounce most of it. So I'm gonna let you take over.
I know. Sometimes I can't either, Mew. Yes, just on the energy realm, I am also certified with energy coaching, also with, virtual coaching, but I also work with Native American, especially Apache, but Wampanoag. And so that gets people a little confused too, because there's special sacred ceremonies that we do. And so it's all connected to Great Spirit. So I have been my whole life working with ancient spiritual energies. And because of that, that's why my accolades are kind of like all over the place. And I'm also an artist. So it all fits together. And I'm also a certified gemologist with GIA. So that put me in the realm of understanding the energies and the stones, even though that isn't what we're taught. But the stones started speaking to me. And so, yes, I understand them a lot. And so a lot of the books I've read, and they say that this is what the stone is, the stones have told me something different. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. But yes, but I can't wait to present what transformational energy acceleration really is. So it's about shifting, right? You're in this place at this moment, but then you need a shift. You don't want to stay where you are. And the only way you can do that is use a different method than what caused the challenges in the first place. That's the only way you can get a resolution. So I do work outside of the box for most people, because I don't go into the stories of what created the blocks within the people.
Right.
Now, a lot of people think that the blocks are actually energy blocks, but the truth of it is, it isn't the energy, because energy keeps moving, but energy can get splatted. It can get disconnected, rerouted into other places. So it's about bringing alignment back to the individual, but then also connecting to heaven and earth. So once I do that with the people through energy work of what's underneath things, then things start accelerating and go forward. And then we start discovering what actually has been blocking them. And a lot of times it's not even their energy that they created. And when you don't create the energy, you can't digest it.
Right.
So you have to eliminate it somehow. And because the way I work with energy, it's actually a quick process that a lot of people don't even believe can happen, but it does. And it dissipates. But then we're left with the energy that the person created. And then we work with that. And underneath all of that, there is magic. And the magic is there's always a sacred message for the person at that point in time that they can actually receive. And that ends up being their mantra for a period of time, depending on what's going on. but it's always there. The body is ready to be there to talk more to the person, but it's their language and the information that comes through. It could be their future self, it could be their spirit guides, it can be anything in the higher realm of what is always for the highest and best for them.
Yeah. And so what really pulled you towards this sacred message? Like, is there a story behind it or something, like your personal experience?
Well, I've gotten a lot of messages in my life.
Over the years.
I can say this.
Uh-huh.
The more that you get connected, and when you work with a facilitator who can help get you there and not just by yourself, the energy is so strong that we can cut through what kind of has been stopping the flow of energy. And once we can stop that and you start understanding what energy really is, because everything's energy, and how do you work with it? How do you direct it? How do you use it in daily life? And there's a lot of breath work that goes with that, but simplistic, because I've done this for so long that I've been able to put it in an extremely simplistic method. So once you get to that embracing place, that's when, because now you're in an honoring place,
Right.
that's when the messages flow to you. So I live this way, I function this way, and I get information from spirit and everything. So the last amazing, big one that I got was to write a book.
Ooh.
Which I've just written, and I wrote it in less than a month.
Oh, nice.
And I have the publisher, it's at the publishers now. And in fact, the marketing, my marketing person just got a hold of me and said it's time for a plan. But the point is, I had no intentions of writing a book.
No.
But spirit kept saying to write a book. So I trusted the guidance.
Right.
And all it did is flow.
Nice. And so the spirit, I guess some people are not used to this realm yet. Is that like similar to intuition, those whispers in my head, like you should do this, you should do that, but they're like, nah. Is that
well, I can say this about intuition, okay? Yeah. We get an inkling within the first 30 seconds. Okay, so that is honestly our intuition talking to us. So what is intuition? We're more sensitized in many ways to receive information that we process as a little whisper or something in the gut. And it usually comes from the gut, not the head. The head is linear. So the head does not really work from the heart. And in Sufism, we call it the intelligence of the heart. So everything gets filtered through the intelligence of the heart, but that's a whole big story. So we won't go there right now. But you'll end up getting those little whispers of that sense. That is your intuition, and it heightens the more you stay connected. But what happens most of the time after that 30 seconds, we go into the mind linear, and then we break it down of why that can't be right. And so we go against ourselves, and usually it's never for the better. You go, why didn't I listen to myself? How many times do people find themselves saying that? It's like,
every day.
I knew it. I should have listened. Well, you get more than one shot at it. We get a lifetime of it. So yeah, it's very fascinating. But that, spirit, it's a word used of something higher and greater and a higher vibration of love and light. So for when you work with certain traditions, Native American, Four Nations, it's Great Spirit. For some people, it's the universe. Some people, it is it's God. Some people, it's the creator.
Okay.
But it doesn't take much to see, if you look around, of all the amazing things just on this planet. Forget about the solar system, just this planet. I mean, even a leaf on a tree.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how is that even created? How does the tree even know to do something like that? We're not doing that. We don't have that intelligence. And yes, science is catching up to a lot of things, and science now can measure a lot of frequencies now and our brain waves to understand, wait a minute, we are energy. And so can we direct it? We direct radio waves, don't we? So why can't we direct our own energy? Because we contain the biggest source of energy.
Right. So what I'm gathering is like connecting to spirit is more in the heart, let things be. And if we connect to our intuition, that's where there's sometimes self-sabotage.
When we don't listen. Yeah. And it's in the
Listen.
gut. It's actually in the gut. It's not
It's in
in
the
the
gut.
head
Okay.
first. It's like a 30-second gut feeling. You may hear words with it, but there's a sensation, and it's in the gut. It's in the gut because in Qigong, which is, I've studied with Master Ming Tonggu with wisdom healing Qigong for over 7 years now. But I did Qigong before that. And in that tradition, the center of our being, the core, is the Dantian. Well, that's in the middle of our body, a little above the belly button. So it's in the gut.
In the gut. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, it's back to the gut. And so what cells are first developed in a fetus?
The gut?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said about our gut feeling.
Absolutely. Our gut feeling is real.
Oh. And that's more, if paying attention to it gives us more power, more energy acceleration.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And things change and move faster. It's like, but it's just like anything. It is more awareness, but the awareness is being worked in a different manner now. It's being worked in expanding the consciousness. And as we expand our consciousness, we turn around and our perceptions, we can hold more, we can perceive more. But even as we're doing that, we automatically are raising our vibrations. So we're working at a higher frequency. And when we have these wonderful goals and dreams, that they do operate in a high frequency. So we're trying to lift ourselves up to match and align with this. And when we get close, because it doesn't have to be exact, but as we get close, then boom, things move a great deal faster.
Well, that is amazing. If you want to know how to actually accelerate in your energy and move to a higher vibration and get more dreams and more goals accomplished, come and listen to Caryna Bowman's talk on October 19 at 11:30 a.m. PST time. 3 fundamental key phases of transformational energy acceleration. The link to register will be in the comments or above, depending on what platform you see this video on. Let me end this recording.
And thank